I tried to order the official costume, but they were all sold out. This show got popular way too fast, and I shouldn't have waited until Halloween, but we're talking about Squid Game, by the way. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and thank you for joining me here today. If you've been online at all this past month, you've probably heard about Squid Game. If you're 1 in 4 Americans, then you've seen the show. And if you haven't seen it yet, that's okay. Here's a brief summary of the premise. Squid Game is a South Korean psychological horror show about a contest of 450-ish debt-riddled players competing in children's games for a prize of $45 billion, but with the added risk of death if they fail. The spectacle is overseen by wealthy elites who view the struggles that the lower-class players suffer as entertainment. It's very similar to concepts like The Hunger Games, Battle Royale, and a third of every video game on the market right now. This show is a brutal commentary on class disparity, social inequality, and the perverse chokehold that money has over people. And it really caught on in America for reasons, I'm not so sure of. We're working on it though, we'll figure it out. Regardless, the show is wildly popular in America. It's prompted memes and debates. Some people get it and some people don't. But unfortunately, what we're talking about today is how Squid Game inspired content trends. Every once in a while, a passing fad will come along that will just dominate YouTube's entire market for a time. Video games, TV shows, challenge videos, it doesn't matter. Specific keywords will skyrocket the views on your content, so everybody tries to jump in on it and get that clout. Right now, the big thing that's raking in the views is the concept of Squid Game in real life. And we just have to talk about that. Obviously, Squid Game in real life does not mean rich people are killing poor people on YouTube. It's not that extreme. It's just your standard group challenge videos where people get eliminated and the winner gets a cash prize. It's the same concept, but different execution. Pun very intended. On paper, that's normal. Cash prize challenge videos have been a standard on YouTube for a very long time. Really, the only change that's being made here is the inclusion of Squid Game in the titles and the costumes. But that's actually where the water gets a little muddy for me, because I know this isn't a huge deal, but I don't think the show was meant to inspire you. I'm going to preface my entire argument by saying that I have nothing wrong with challenge videos, and I'm not here to hate fun. These people aren't demons for hopping on a trend. No hate to anybody involved in these. But let's talk about the themes of the show for a sec. This show is about rich people holding money over poor people's heads and forcing them to fight and die for a chance at a different class status. The contestants know the risks but compete anyway because according to them, dying would be better than to continue life under crushing debt. Not only does money affect people's quality of life, it saves lives. Our entire systems run on money, and it can actually be a life or death scenario for some people. No turrets required. That's when it gets weird when these very large and successful YouTubers come in and start hosting these games with little to no recognition of what role they're playing. It doesn't take a lot of media literacy to know that you're not supposed to be sympathetic to these people in the show. So today I thought we'd look at some examples of Squid Game content on YouTube, see why some work, some don't, and hopefully find that people, despite everything, understand the subtext of the show. But no promises. Never any promises. Our first video is titled Playing Squid Game in Real Life by the channel Brianna. This was actually at the top of the YouTube trending page for a while, so it has to be good, right? Let's watch it together and find out, but be sure to keep those media literacy glasses on.
Welcome to Squid Game in real life.
I have 15 of my friends who are about to compete in a series of childhood games for money. If you lose a challenge, you're eliminated. Last one standing wins.
So our introduction to this video has very little to do with the actual show. There's not even a mention of the source material. It's really introduced just like a regular video. Maybe that's not to scare away younger audiences. I mean, the costumes are there, the premise is the same, and you have those special little keywords in the title, but other than that, it doesn't really stand out.
The game will start in 3, 2, 1, green light. Red light.
Oh my goodness.
Red light.
NANI?
Oh! Green light. Woo! Red light.
This feels like the most kid-friendly possible version of this show. There's music, cartoonish sound effects, and overacted expressions from some people who just have cameras, I guess. I'm assuming Brianna is a maker of children's content on YouTube, so they're probably using the Squid Game title as a way to attract attention to the video, but still carrying on as usual with just regular kids challenge videos.
If your subscription button is this color, make it gray for me, hit that subscription button, and tug of war will begin in 3,
Don't let go no matter what.
2,
We're gonna overpower them.
1.
Slow down, you guys. I'm not done subscribing after that perfect call to action. Brianna told me to subscribe, so I have to.
Evenly matched.
Yeah, contrasting this version to the show is pretty stark. And I'm not saying they should have recreated the show, Pitfall and everything, but like, they don't even reference the source material. Like, if I was a kid and I didn't know what Squid Game was, I would just think it's about the costumes.
We have our winner, Preston. Let's go grab the money, babe.
Okay.
Whoa, okay. That ending gave me whiplash. Some guy won, he supposedly gets the money off screen, big letters yell at me to subscribe again. Brianna already did. Was that not real to you? And then it asks us who we think Mr. Triangle was? All in 5 seconds. This is kids' content, all right. So fast it doesn't even give their little brains time to process. I love YouTube. I actually want to read some comments and see how this audience is reacting to this concept, because if she's a children's content maker, children are watching this, and it'll be interesting to see what they're picking up on. This is one of the most realistic Squid Game YouTube videos I've ever seen. I love you so much, Brie. Keep it up. One of the most realistic Squid Game videos. This is one of the most realistic Squid Game and YouTube video I have ever seen. Keep it up, guys. This is the most realistic Squid Game video I've ever seen on YouTube, and congrats on the #1 on trending. This is the best and first real-life Squid Game. Amazing work, Brie. You have to do more of this stuff because it's so realistic. This was a little much. This is so realistic. I loved watching this. I liked the video. Alright, so the general consensus here is that this is a very realistic depiction of Squid Game. I don't necessarily agree, but clearly I'm outvoted here. I think the kid-friendly version of the show is inevitable when it comes to translating to YouTube, but it still felt very weird seeing the familiar themes of the show pop up in this very colorful and flashy kids version. It's odd. The next channel we're looking at is Penguin Zero, also known as Critical. I'm actually already subscribed to Critical based on the commentary videos that he uploads. I find his video style very upfront and transparent. He makes multiple videos a day, so he covers most online conversations, and he's very smart about breaking down the points he wants to make. A week ago, he uploaded Real Squid Game for 10,000, Game 1. And I'll admit, this threw me. I promise I don't hate fun, but doing the murder show in real life for an amount of money that could actually change someone's life feels pretty weird to me. 10,000 is nothing to sneeze at. Like, that money could absolutely help me in so many ways. For one, I might be able to afford the actual costume instead of a handmade version. But let's actually watch the video and see how this topic is handled before I go judging.
Welcome to our first real Squid Game hosted at our top secret Church of Madness. We've all been inspired by Squid Game and figured we could host our own. So we've invited 20 players out to participate in a series of 4 games to win $10,000. 10,000 big fucking clams here on the line.
I don't know, maybe I'd feel better about this if the prize money was lower and like the stakes weren't as high, but challenge videos usually give out that much money. But still, just, I'm having a personal crisis over this.
Good evening, players. Tonight, you'll participate in a series of 4 games. If you complete all 4 games, you will receive $10,000. The first game is red light, green light.
I think a big change from the last video to this one is that this one seems to be actually recruiting real people to participate, whereas in the last one, everyone kind of felt like an actor who was told what to do and say. By the way, we can all agree that that last guy did not win that prize money, right? Like, that thing was so staged, it could have been a Broadway play. The rest of the video is the standard red light, green light that you see in all versions, which takes us into the next upload, continuing the contest.
Happy birthday. Congratulations on making it this far. You've all chosen your weapons and proven yourself to be admirable warriors in my Thunderdome of misery, my Church of Madness. And welcome to my Garden of Violence.
Okay, it is clear to me that Critical is having fun with this role. He's obviously aware that in this dynamic, he's supposed to be the villain. With the edited voice, the beaming red lights, him saying Church of Madness, he's aware at least. And it's more than some others I plan on getting to. Alright, I didn't expect to enjoy this part of the video so much. It's admittedly very fun to see a room full of people smash piñatas to metal music. Like, alright, this video might be winning me over.
Alright, you can now open your briefcase.
Hey!
It's just a little reward for getting this far. Ooh!
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, I like this. One thing Critical does differently than a lot of the other videos I've seen is that he actually gives prize money to more than one contestant. I haven't seen other YouTube challenge videos do that, and it's a real departure from the source material. This is actually a really relieving change for me. Like, I like this different style, because now it's less about the people performing for the money, for the people who have it. Am I reading too much into this trend? Yes. Obviously, but it's my channel, and I have to fixate on whatever my brain tells me. The last video in this series is just the remaining players duking it out with foam rollers. It's a good time. But again, at the end, most of the players are given money outside of the grand prize, meaning more people walk away from this version of Squid Game with money than I've seen before. I'll admit when I'm wrong. I was convinced this version was going to be a lot worse than it actually ended up being. Critical seems to understand the subtext of translating this show and his role in the dynamic, and he was able to play off of it, which was a very welcoming change to see. And I really like how he improved upon it so more people didn't walk away empty-handed. That's impressive to me. But now let's move on to someone who I really don't think understood the subtext of the show. For this example, we're going to be stepping away from YouTube for a sec and looking at TikTok, where Squid Game has also had a prominent discussion. I've seen a lot of very good TikToks talking about Squid Game, including this one.
Squid Game is not a subtle critique of capitalism. It is a foghorn. It could not be more obvious with its messaging. And yet, when I go on this app and when I go on Twitter and I look at the way that people are interacting with this piece of media, it's like they haven't even seen the show. Squid Game is about the illusion of choice under capitalism. It examines the extreme power imbalance between the ultra-wealthy and the impoverished within society. But what if we had Squid Game in real life?
Like, that's a good analysis. But I've also seen videos about Squid Game that don't make any sense. Yeah, I got nothing. There's no comprehension of that. But now let's take a look at what I think is the most out-of-touch perspective of Squid Game on TikTok so far. I'm going to show you the first half of this video, and I want you to tell me if you can guess where it's going. Seems normal so far, right? It's just a tutorial on how to make the cookie that the contestants have to cut the shapes out of. It's thematic, it's part of the show. Perfect. But where's it going? Yeah, it's a Jimmy Fallon TikTok. Now that's a plot twist. Jimmy Fallon is one of the more high-paid and corporate-loved figures in late-night TV. His net worth is $60 million. He is, by all standards, rich. I will not see a fraction of that money in my lifetime. I can't even comprehend what $60 million looks like. It's more than $1,000, I'll tell you that. For Jimmy to portray himself as a contestant fighting to get out of debt and then be shot and killed is almost laughable. His initials being the brand inside the cookie is almost comedically tone deaf. Even his costume feels corporate because it, like everything else, is pretty staged. It has the franchise brand plastered on the front in an added tag so people know what it is. And I'm aware that this probably wasn't Jimmy's idea. He likely had an intern approach him about the show and tell him what to do. Whoever is holding the camera is probably instructing him on how to act. And I know for damn sure that's not Mr. Fallon's hands making that cookie. But it still feels so weird, so oddly evasive of the themes of the show. I would believe it if you told me that Jimmy had not seen a single episode of the show or even knew what it was about. That's how staged this thing feels. For a celebrity to do this, it really drives home how this is a cultural moment that is lacking some media comprehension. Next, we're looking at the variety comedy channel Anthpo and the video I hosted Squid Game for broke college students. Now already it's on a different path, and I like it. The contestants aren't exactly randomized because they all come from the same pool of broke college students, which is a demographic that is unfortunately pretty familiar with crushing debt.
Squid Game. I watched it with some friends here at university about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, should I make a Squid Game video? So I plan on giving everybody like a couple dollars to participate, and I plan on giving the winner a huge cash prize. And you're probably wondering, Anthony, where'd you get the money for such a big cash prize? I got it from Cash App. Thank you, Cash App, for making this video possible.
I think Anthony does do a good job of approaching this without the corporate content feeling that a lot of other examples have. Wink, wink, the first video, wink. Instead, he makes it clear that everyone gets a little bit of money, and the grand prize doesn't come from him, but rather a sponsor.
Green light, red light.
No, I win.
That's good. After the current contestants saw the welts on 420 and 515, I think they started to become uneasy. You want a mutiny so bad, if every single one of you agrees to stop the game right now, I will stop the game and everyone gets $20.
No, I can get 20 things from the dollar store. Oh my god.
Okay. And so onward we went.
Anthony's video is also standing out to me because more so than anyone else, this video makes it really clear that like everyone's having fun. Some of them are friends, some of them are just other students, but everyone is being treated like equals doing a fun video and not a torture challenge or a staged performance.
Players 1, 67, and 79 would now face the firing range.
Any last words?
But that wasn't bad. Do it again, bro.
No f***ing way.
Do it again. What in the masochism?
This video is making me wish I had more friends. God damn it. This is an amazing example of what I think the Squid Game challenge videos should be, if not every challenge video in general. People using the concept as an excuse to goof off with friends and, most importantly, have fun. The challenges and the prize money are there, but it's not really the focus. The focus is the dynamics of the people involved. Like, I don't know, that's important. That's special to me. That's what I would like to look for in YouTube videos.
Congratulations, Enzo. Enjoy the cash prize. Yay. This video is sponsored. So we ended the day with the last 2 executions, and I also let anybody that got shot shoot me. Oh, nipple! Also, is it just me, or is it like a little bit dystopian that YouTubers are actually making Squid Game videos? Like, I thought the whole point of Squid Game was to highlight the power dynamic. You know what? It doesn't matter.
You know what? Yeah, I think this is my favorite take on this trend so far. This one is fun, self-aware, and only uses the Squid Game motif to break the mold, and it feels organic. It feels fun. I love it. What I'm learning from these examples is that maybe the Squid Game in real life trend is not as black and white as I first thought. I do think that the original Squid Game should be viewed as the brutal commentary it is, but maybe if it branches into a style of challenge videos, when done right, it can result in good content as well. Maybe both things are allowed to exist. Maybe we can trust people to be aware of the media they make and the content it comes from, and who am I kidding? Let's go on to the last example. This one's the worst one. MrBeast, the insanely popular and wealthy challenge video creator, posted a TikTok saying he will recreate Squid Game in real life. Seeing this video, and subsequently seeing the amount of likes it got, is actually what inspired me to make this video in the first place. This dude's audience is clamoring to see him recreate this show for a challenge video. They almost doubled the amount of likes he asked for. People are dying for this to be turned into his style of content. And if we know MrBeast, he's not going to have the prize money be 1,000 or even 10,000. He's going to go all out and come up with a prize amount that is equivalent to all of his other challenge videos, which, if you've seen them, you know are astronomical. This guy obviously wants to make a Squid Game video. It fits with his usual style of content and it's a trending topic. He was always going to make a video about this. But the amount of people actually asking him to make his own version of people competing for money after seeing the show, it really shows how our media has commodified a show about financial struggling. It didn't just stay here on TikTok though. MrBeast took to Twitter to talk about this even more. I'm gonna go all out on this in real life Squid Game video. Give me a month to gather 456 random people and recreate all the sets, crying emoji. And thankfully, I was not alone in seeing the irony here. The name MrBeast was actually trending for a while based on all of the people talking about this and how weird it feels. MrBeast, you are literally the type of people Squid Game is criticizing. Have you watched the show? MrBeast recreating Squid Game after watching the show about rich people making poor people play games for the rich people's entertainment for a cash prize. MrBeast missing the entire point of Squid Game just to make a video about it was expected. I don't know why I'm surprised. MrBeast saying he's making a real-life Squid Game has the same energy as Elon Musk saying Parasite is his favorite movie. They both show that so few people have critical thinking skills when it comes to media. But unfortunately, as always, not all of the takes on Twitter this day were smart. I hope he's actually going to recreate it like the show. Some deaths would be interesting. I know it's Twitter and they could be joking, but also, it's Twitter. So really, you can't tell. And the final nail in this coffin of ironic pain is this tweet. I'm inviting 100 random people that buy this hoodie/shirt to compete in my recreation of Squid Game, only available for 48 hours at blah blah blah. So he's making the contestants pay to be in the Squid Game. They're paying him. But do you see that in the... How do you miss the point of a show so badly and also use it to sell merchandise? My head hurts. I know this video is kind of a mess and it's really just me twisting and turning and not really understanding my own points, but you gotta understand, this is a new development and I'm out of my depth here. As much that I understand about this, there's so much more that's baffling me. I'm not going to pretend like I can understand every intricacy of trends online, but this one really stands out to me as a polarizing view on the people that attempt a recreation of something. It either feels new and fresh, or redundant and needless. It can be self-aware, or painfully blind to it. In conclusion, all I know is that either way, I need money. So if any of you are planning on making a Squid Game in real life video, send me a DM. I'm not joking. Rent in my city is atrocious. I'm gonna die out there. If you want contestants, I'll be there. I'll lick the cookie, I'll red light, green light, whatever you want. I am yours. I'll wear the costumes, I'll be the little girl robot, whatever you want. Please, just let me embarrass myself online for money. I already do that. That's my job. I embarrass myself online for money. Oh my god. The real Squid Game was inside us the whole time. Thank you all for watching my video to the very end. I appreciate you doing that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Whatever it was. I don't know what I'm doing out here. As always, thank you to my ragtag group of patrons who keep the lights on here at Kuncan headquarters. You're all very special to me and I could not do this without you, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I will leave some suggested videos on screen as well as my social medias if you would like to see my nonsense on even more corners of the internet. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy, look out for yourselves, and I'll see you here for the next video, which will hopefully be less incoherent, but no promises. Never any promises. Enjoy your week. I love you lots. Goodbye.